There is a temple on India's western coast that has been destroyed 17 times. 17 times it was reduced to rubble, erased from the landscape, and declared finished. And 17 times it rose again, as if stone itself refused to forget. Most buildings collapse once and disappear into history. This one does something different. It returns, again and again, carrying a question no conqueror ever answered. Recently, Prime Minister Narendra Modi wrote about this temple. He called it an eternal proclamation of India's soul and said the aggressors of the past are now dust in the wind. But what gives a place the power to outlive empires? What makes Somnath more than just stone and faith? Why did every invader feel compelled to destroy it? And why did people always rebuild it? To understand that, we have to begin far earlier than recorded history. Ancient texts say the first Somnath was not built by humans at all. It was built by Soma, the moon god, in gold, then destroyed and rebuilt in silver, then wood, and finally stone. Myth, perhaps, but why does the story insist on repetition? Why does Somnath keep returning, even in legend? Why does this site keep pulling people back across centuries of destruction? The answers become darker when history takes over. The year is 1026 CE. Mahmud of Ghazni stands at the gates of Somnath after crossing the brutal Tar Desert. His army is exhausted, his supply lines stretched thin, and his generals urge retreat. One of them warns him the temple is too far, too costly, not worth the risk. Mahmud ignores them and stares at the temple in the distance. He says quietly that he must destroy it, even if he cannot explain why. Inside the temple, Mahmud finds wealth beyond imagination. Gold, jewels, offerings gathered over centuries lie before him. But something else captures his attention. The priests speak of the Jyotirlinga at the center of the sanctum. They claim it floats, suspended without support, held by ancient forces. Mahmud laughs until he sees it. Accounts by al-Biruni describe an idol appearing to hang in midair. Closer inspection reveals an elaborate system of magnets embedded above and below. Magnetic levitation nearly 1,000 years ago. Let that sink in. While much of the world was still struggling with basic mechanics, this site used forces we associate with modern physics. How did they know? A scholar in Mahmud's entourage begs him to preserve the mechanism. He says this knowledge is beyond Baghdad, Damascus, or anywhere they've seen. Mahmud refuses and orders everything destroyed. The idol is shattered. The mechanism is dismantled. The temple is reduced to ruins. And yet, the story does not end. Because within decades, Somnath is rebuilt not by kings or armies, but by ordinary people. Fishermen, farmers, merchants, and widows carry stones and coins to resurrect it. Over the next 9 centuries, the cycle repeats. Alauddin Khilji destroys it. Muzaffar Shah destroys it. Aurangzeb destroys it. Each time, conquerors believe they have erased Somnath forever. Each time, they are wrong. Why did this temple refuse to stay dead? Part of the answer lies in where it stands. Somnath sits on a precise point on India's western coast, facing the open Southern Ocean. Ancient texts note that no land lies between it and Antarctica. Priests believed this alignment mattered. Modern scientists dismissed the idea till they measured the site. The magnetic field here behaves differently from surrounding regions. A geophysicist later called the readings anomalous but real. Not dangerous, not dramatic, but undeniably unusual. Could ancient builders have sensed this and marked it as sacred? Then there's the inscription in the sanctum, Ts. Not Sanskrit, not Prakrit, not any known script. It repeats in patterns that suggest language, but resists decoding. Some scholars believe it predates the Common Era. Others think it is deliberately encoded. Why leave a message no one could easily read? During the 1950 reconstruction, another secret emerged. Excavation revealed an underground chamber not mentioned in any historical record. Inside were stone markers aligned to celestial movements. Astronomical calculations carved into stone matched modern measurements with stunning accuracy. Lunar cycles, solar years, and star positions appeared thousands of years old. Somnath was not just a temple light, it was a repository of knowledge. This gives new meaning to Modi's words. Somnath was not merely rebuilt out of devotion. It was rebuilt because something there was worth preserving. In 1947, when India gained independence, Somnath lay in ruins once again. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel stood among broken stones and made a quiet promise. The temple would rise again, not as revenge, but as remembrance. Many opposed him. They argued a new nation should look forward, not backward. Patel disagreed because he understood what Somnadri symbolized. In a letter, he wrote that rebuilding Somnath was not about religion, it was about proving survival. That destruction had failed. The architect chosen insisted on ancient construction methods. Modern engineers objected, but he refused to compromise. Somnath would be rebuilt as it always had been. During construction, something remarkable was noticed. Certain foundation stones produced distinct musical tones when struck. Sound was engineered into the structure itself. On May 11, 1951, the rebuilt temple was inaugurated. India's first president said Somnath's story was India's story, invaded, broken, but never erased. Yet even then, not everything was revealed. Certain chambers were deliberately sealed during reconstruction, not damage protected. Officials demanded access. Priests refused, warning the contents were not ready for exposure. The chambers remain sealed to this day. So what is Somnath really guarding? Faith alone does not explain magnetic anomalies, astronomy, sound engineering, and secrecy. Something else was preserved here. Perhaps that is why conquerors kept returning. They sensed power, even if they did not understand it. And destruction was their only response. Today, Mahmud of Ghazni is remembered mainly for what he destroyed. His empire vanished, his legacy reduced to rubble. Somnath, meanwhile, stands stronger than ever. Millions visit it every year. Not to mourn destruction, but to witness persistence. History has chosen what endured. 17 times destroyed, 17 times rebuilt. That is not coincidence, it is intent. Maybe Somnath was never meant to survive untouched. Maybe it was designed to be rebuilt again and again. Because rebuilding ensures memory never fades. That may be why Modi called it an eternal proclamation of India's soul. A soul does not die, transforms and returns. Encoded in stone, sound, alignment, and silence, the temple still faces the open ocean. Its sealed chambers remain quiet. Its unanswered questions wait patiently. So here is the question you should sit with. What knowledge did our ancestors preserve so carefully that they hid it inside something people would always rebuild? And what else have we forgotten, simply because we stopped looking? If you've liked our video, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to our channel.